Greetings to everyone. We'll be running through data analytics. So today we'll be starting with the introductory aspects. So that's the introduction. So to say firstly, what is data analytics? Data analytics is the process of cleaning. So in data analytics, in order to affirm as a data analyst, so you should be able to clean the data, you should be able to interpret, and you should be able to analyze, and you should be able to understand various visualizing techniques and business intelligence tools. And to say data analytics, which is being said that is the process of cleaning, analyzing, interpreting raw data and visualizing data using various business techniques and business intelligence tools. So it is expected of us as data analysts to be able to clean data. So running through this class, we'll be able to after we've gone through the introduction and we've gone through the basic function, the advanced function, and also we'll be able to we'll be cleaning data. Then we'll be analyzing, we'll be interpreting, we'll be creating dashboard, which will be working to advanced dashboard, and also to say required steps in data analytics. So required step in data analysis. So the first step is that we collect data. So data is being collected. So data collection is a process of gathering data for use of business decision. So there is always a purpose of data collection. So the purpose is that it's a process of gathering data for the use of business decision. Either we use it for business decision, strategic planning, research, and other purposes. Such data is obtained from research. Either it is obtained, probably it is primary data or secondary data, or the data is being derived from a database or the internet. And also the part of the step that is being required is that we have data cleaning. So data cleaning is the process of fixing or removing incorrect, corrupted, incorrectly formatted, duplicate, or incomplete data within a data set. When combining multiple data sources, there are many opportunities for data to be duplicated or misled. So that's why we do data cleaning. So that's why data cleaning is very, very compulsory as a data analyst. So as a data analyst, before a data is being analyzed, so we have to look through the data. So we have to clean through the data. The reason why we have to look through the data, the reason is that we have to fix and remove incorrect data, multiple data that has been duplicated. And also we have data transformation. Data transformation is a process of converting, we clean and structure the data into usable formats. We have various tools. We have a lot of tools, various tools. We have various relevant tools that we use to analyze. We have various tools. We have data tools we have Power BI, Tableau, R, Python, and we have the database such as language SQL. And in this section, what we will be focusing on is Excel. And to say who is a data analyst. A data analyst is a professional who collects and analyzes data for various purposes, such as market research, sales, logistics. A data analyst uses his or her technical skills to ensure the quality and accuracy of data in order to help in business decision. So in this age in which we are, we make use of data for various purposes, and data is being used for various purposes, and every one of us, data is being used on a daily basis. we make use of data at our workplace. We make use of data in the internet also. So data is being used on a daily basis. That is why data is so more important. That's why organization we also employers are looking for data analysts in order to like analyze the data of the organization in order to make a business decision, intelligent business decision. So we'll be walking through the introductory aspects. So I'll be walking through the Excel sheets, and I believe that we are all using at least the latest Excel, and I believe that none of us is using Excel 2 Office 2007. Office 2007. So these the Excel sheets, which I know most of us we are familiar with this. We'll be using this probably on a personal note or at our workplace. So we'll be using Microsoft Excel. So this is a status bar, and this is the overview, ribbon overview, the ribbon overview. This is the ribbon overview. We have the file. Here in our file we have the home, we have new, we have open, we have info, we have save as. So we have the following: we have print, share, export, publish, close, account, and lots more, which we'll be exploring at the course of our class. We have draw, we have home. So under this drawer we have the following drawing tools. We have home, we have the font, clipboard, we have the alignment. So at the course of our class we'll be making use of most of these ribbons. We'll be making use of most of these. We have the insert, we have the formula, we have under the formula we have the insert function, auto sum, we have the financial, and lots more. We have the data, we have the review, we have the view, and also I would love I don't know some of us that we didn't have this developer. Let's just right click, then you go to customize the ribbon, then you activate. On my own system this has been activated. You activate the developer, then you click on OK. I'm going to cancel because I have that already on this system. So this is the cell, this is the cell, this is the cell. So this is the cell, and we have the row, we have the row. The row is the vertical, and also we have the row comprises of the numeric and values, while we have the column. This is the column, we have the column, this is the column. So this is the cell contents. So the cell content comprises of both the rows and the column. It comprises of both the row and the column. So also we have the name box. This is the name box. So the name box, so when we're in this particular cell, so automatically the name board display both the row and the column. So these C4. So C4, this B4, and these are insert function. We input our function here. These are various, these are insert function, and also these are formula bar. These are formula bar. These are formula bar, formula bar. So we'll be going through with the course of our class. We'll be going through subsequently the various functions and formula. So this is just an overview as the introductory aspect of our class today. And let me create a border. I've inserted a border, so this is a border. So let me undo. I make use of Ctrl+C, undo, and these the fonts. If you want to apply theme color, this is the theme color. These are fonts. These are underline, double line. We have the merge and center. We have the text wrap. So let's go to the formula. Let's go to the formula fundamentals. The formula fundamentals. So the formula fundamentals. So we have the formula fundamentals. Okay. So in order to activate a particular command, and in order to activate to apply a function also, so we are going to impute equals to, which also is going to appear at our formula bar. So now we have the range of these particular values. So we can either select this particular value. So when we take a look at this status bar, so these are status bar, these are status bar. So this is the total sum. That's the total sum of what we have. 19. That's the total sum of what we have. Then also we can right click. So this is the average. These are counts. These are numerical counts. This is the minimum, maximum. So we can also apply this, making use of equals to 10 plus 4 plus 5 plus 5. We have 19. So now we have 19. So now we would notice that I won't change this, it won't apply to the total. I won't change this, it may not, it won't apply to this. It won't. It is not going to change this value. It is not going to change the value. So this is what we have before. Now, so I'm deleting this, so it's not going to change the value. It's not going to change it. The reason being is that it wasn't a reference to either the row and the column. It was not reference. In order to do that, so let me delete. Okay, equals to, select this, plus B and plus D plus B2 C2 D2, enter. So we have 20. So this will notice something, that the color applies as the same. The color applies as the same to the rows. The colors applies. When we look at the rows, it applies as the same. On our B2, the color applies as the same. So we either drag this down, we drag it down. So it also applies to that too. It applies to that also. Okay, so in order to derive our profit, so that will be revenue minus costs, so equals to, that's B2 minus B3. Okay, so then we apply this. So applying this, I drag it through. So it was dragged through, and within this range, and also I applied same here too. I apply same here also. So we are going to multiply our tax rates. So the 10% of this. So then in order to achieve that, equals to B4 times multiplied by this. So I apply the apostrophe. So to note, we are not going to make use of to multiply. We are not making use of times, not this. So this is what we are making use of, the apostrophe times we are going to select that too. Okay, then we drag within this range. So now I would love us to notice something here, that this particular value fell. We will be applying the absolute referencing, so making use of the $sign in order to lock this. So we are locking both the row and the column. So we are locking both the row and the column, because subsequently we are going to make use of this also. So what we have to do is that select this, then F4, so now I've been able to lock. So what I did now is that I locked both the column and the row. You will notice that the $sign is both at the back of the G, and also here we have it before the G, also we have it before this particular two. So we locked both the row and the column in order to effect this. Correct. Okay. Okay. Profit equals to our total. We are going to divide by 2. So that's our total profit. That's our total profit. Then we'll also move to the basic function. So now, I haven't said this earlier before now, that we made mention of this the insert function, and we'll be applying such now. So we're making use of the insert function. So now looking at these values that we have here, and we have the following. We have cookies name, we have cookies sold. So now, according to what I said earlier, so we haven't highlighted this. When we look at our status bar, we have the total sum of 421. So we have a question here which says how many cookies sold. How many cookies sold? So in order to calculate our cookies, so we are going to make use of our sum. We are making use of the sum. So this is what we have here below. We are making use of the sum. For most of the cookies sold, we are making use of the max. For least of the cookies sold, we are making use of mean. For second most sold, we are making use of the large functions. We are making use also of the smallest function. We are making use of the smallest function. So this can be done applying the following. This can be done applying the following. Either we true. So we have sum, we select within this range and okay, or as said earlier, so these equals to insert function sum go okay. Then so now I would love us to note this noting this this is the range, okay, for the sum. This is the total number of what we are summing up. So look at this, a number, then okay, then okay. So that's the sum. So let me click on the value on the insert function. Okay, so in order to in order to get the answer for the most of the cookies sold, so the most of the cookies sold, we use the max function also. For the max function, this is the max function. So we use the max function. This is the max function. So we apply the same within the range, then okay. So the sum, for the sum, so the sum is to add value in cell, while the max is to find the highest number in a range. So the highest number in a range, so chocolate chips is the highest number within this range. So for the mean is to find the lowest value in a range. So now, in order to also, we can also make use of, we can also click this insert function, then we also apply the max. Okay, the same. So for the least, for the mean, so equals to min for the mean. So Fortune, the cookie's name is Fortune, and the total cookies sold is 36. That's 36. So we are applying also the insert function. Okay, note something. Instead of using the main, so I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to apply the main, min. Okay. Okay, so for the large, so now for the large, we use the large to calculate the highest score. So we use the large to calculate the highest score, either the second, the third. So now, based on our preference here, is that we want to ascertain the second most sold. What is the second most sold? Okay. What is the second most sold? So now the array, when we look at this, the array is range of data for which you want to determine the kth's largest value. So we are going to find the kth. So that's the second. 77. That's the oatmeal raisin. And the least, I mean the smallest, okay. Go to, okay, this small, okay. Then the second smallest, that's the second smallest. So for the second smallest, comma 2. So that's that for the second smallest. So for the second smallest, can use that to calculate the smallest value in a database. We use that to calculate the smallest value in a database. So this is for the average. The average equals to average. Okay, that's the average. So for the middle, so what is in the middle? So the middle means the median, the middle. So equals to we select the range, okay, and for the most, what occurs most frequently. So for the middle, we have snickerdoodles. equals to mode. Okay, so that's for that. So then we'll go to our conditional. Go to the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting. So for the sum if, so the easiest way to get this is making use of our insert function. So now what I want to walk through is the number of cookies sold in Nigeria. We have the total number here in our status bar, so 362. Okay, so sum if the sum if is to know what we want to determine is to know how many cookies that is being sold. It refers to as criteria which can check things like if a number is greater or than. So now, okay, sum if go to so now the range. So when we look at this, the range is the cell you wanted to evaluate. So now this is what we want to evaluate. So that what we want is that to actualize the number of cookies that is being sold in Nigeria. So that's that. Our criteria, so our focus is Nigeria, and the sum range. So the sum range, this is sum range. So then, okay, 362. So now for the sum ifs. So the sum ifs is the opposite of the sum if. So now I want to ascertain the cookies sold, a particular cookie that is being sold in Nigeria. So let me ascertain chocolate cookies. So sum ifs. Okay, sum range. Okay, then the criteria range. This is my criteria. Then the criteria Nigeria. Then the criteria range 2. The criteria range 2. Cookies name, the criteria, this chocolate chips. So we would have seen it here. We have 28. Haven't, if I desire the birthday cake, so it's going to fall between, it's going to fall here at the cookies sold. We have total number of cookies sold, so that's 44. So that's 44. So that's 44. So for count if, so count if is to count the number of cells that meets a criteria. Is to count the number of cells that meets a criteria. For count if, this number of cookies sold, okay, cookies sold. So and these are criteria 1000. It means non item were sold that amounted to 1,000. So then let me drag within this range. They will sell 100. So we have 200. We have 100 here and we have 100 here. Okay, then let's we are moving to the text function. We want to for the proper function, so we want to capitalize this particular name. So now what proper, so then select and okay. So for the trim, we want to adjust the alignment. We want to realign it, equals to trim, then so it has been realigned. So when we look at this for the concatenate, for the concats, so for the concats we want the following names. Okay, comma, ideally, comma, equals to okay, concats. Okay, so and for this name Michael, okay, so this applies to this equals to Michael and I believe and company. So that's that. So for the date and time, so looking at these data that we have, so we have today. So for today, imputing today, so it's going to like give us the date of today in which we are. So now equals to today. So and for now, and for day, so once we ascertain the day, say 29th for the month, and for the year. So in order to get the the full date, so equals to date. So we have 3 parameters here. So this is the year, select the year, comma, the month, comma, and the day. Okay, so this is just for the dates, and so I just came up with this scenario. So I came up with this, and this today's dates and this time. So and if we want to adjust this, so go to the format section, format cell, then if you want to okay, then for the h lookup, so h lookup is the vertical lookup, so which that is when it means what you want to look, where you want to look for it in order to apply the h lookup. Okay, we have h lookup. So these are okay, and okay, that's Okay, so we want to look at the price. It's 2. So the price is 2. If we want to look at the costs, so that's the cost of chocolate. So that's the cost of chocolate. So that's so we have a criteria, and I highlighted selected the range, and so that's for that. So also, so want to link, so this is a set of data that we have, and we want to link this to this particular sheet. So just, so what I did is I equals to and I select this and I clicked on enter. So that's that. In order to, and also the same applies to these two. The same applies to these two, or rather, in order to use the formula bar, so this is what I'm going to do. Let's do sheet B2. Okay. Sheets. Okay. That's what I did. So sheet 1 B2, so it applies to this. So it's also the same thing. So that's that. So also what we've gone through so far are just the basic and the introductory aspects of Excel. So we have more function, and we have a lot of function that we will be making use as we move on with our class. Which a case scenario will be treated on our Sunday class, which will be making use of the advanced function. Thank you.